Welcome to the Figaro shop. I am Toby Brooks and it is a cold day in December at the Figaro shop in Oxfordshire. I'm here today because I wanted to talk to you about a really great experience that we had at the shop. It's also a great thing for the Figaro. I think that there are around 5 million pairs of eyes on the car. It was on the X Factor last week, if any of you have seen it, or if any of you haven't seen it. The amount of interest that we've had and the amount of our clients that have been asking us about it, the amount of hits we had on our website and social media afterwards, I really wanted to answer everyone's questions and tell you what are our connections with the show and how it all came about. So basically on the Thursday before the show on the Sunday, the producer contacted me, asked me, told me about his ideas to bring Grace in during the final in a pink Figaro, and was that something that we could help them with? Of course it was something we could help with. We absolutely jumped at the idea. We thought it was great. The slightly tricky thing was, obviously, they couldn't decide, they couldn't commit to it until they knew on the Saturday that Grace was going to get through to the show on the Sunday. The contestant that actually went out, Kevin Davey White, you could obviously appreciate that he wouldn't have suited a pink Figaro. Anticipating that it was probably going to go through, and obviously checking the bookies' odds to see what was going to happen, we thought, right, let's get the car ready, let's get one on a truck ready to go, so no matter what happens we don't end up messing this up, and obviously causing them, you know, a repercussion. A friend of the shop, Adrian Gill, his daughter Sarah Gill has a really nice pink Figaro that we've done restoration work on and is really loved and cherished, and so we knew that would be an ideal car. So as soon as I got the call, I rang Adrian up. He was as keen as I was to do it, which is what I suspected, but I was really pleased to hear it. So yeah, this is the car, this is them in the car. You can see it's a really nice example. The colour is breast cancer awareness pink, and yeah, it's a really nice low mileage example. On the Saturday, Danny and myself went up, collected the car, loaded it on the truck, brought it back, gave it a clean and a check over, and sort of got it ready to go. Locked it in the yard on the truck, went home. At that point, most of the team knew what was happening. Some of our friends and family knew, but obviously we couldn't really say a great deal about it. So everybody watched the show with bated breath. Obviously you could get the app and make your 5 votes. So everybody I knew made 5 votes and voted for Grace. Literally, as the credits come up on the Saturday and as the vote goes through, we get the phone call to say, yeah, you need to be here in the morning, basically.
In no particular order, the first act through to tomorrow night is... Grace!
First thing on the Sunday, Danny and I came in early, gave the car a last check over, and then headed off up through London to XL. Morning guys, Sunday morning. We are just on our way through central London with this lovely pink Figaro on the truck behind us. Danny is driving the truck, and we're just coming past Nelson's Column along Pall Mall. Once we arrive at the XL, we park the car somewhere safe, put the truck in the hotel car park, gave the car a last clean off, had a talk through what was going to happen with the producer, and got our passes and basically got everything ready for the day. We were lucky enough to get backstage passes and these access all areas passes, so they were really good, and coming up later in the day they made it a bit more exciting. So during the afternoon they did 3 different rehearsals: a normal rehearsal, a dress rehearsal, then a pyrotechnic rehearsal as well. So it was a long afternoon. It was good to watch the other things going on and watch all the groups you know, getting ready and then doing their dress rehearsals, but it was a long afternoon. Come 7 o'clock, everybody's sort of action stations, the whole thing starts to come to life, and we've got the car parked out the back of the tunnel that you see on the TV and getting it ready to go. Follow me, I'll show you the route the car's going to be taking. So it's going to come down here, the Figaro's going to be at the front and behind it. This lovely Wrangler Jeep that's going to have Ratsu in it. So we're going to come down here and then into the tunnel. So I'll be driving this bit down into the tunnel. And then when we get to the end of the tunnel, one of the dancers is going to get in the car to pull the last bit round to the corner for all the pyrotechnics. So yeah, this is the scene coming down. It's really impressive now everybody's sat in here. There's a massive atmosphere. There's like a lot of adrenaline in the room. Everybody's really excited about what's going to happen. So yeah, we're excited too. So yeah, can't wait. We've got like 15 minutes to go, and then that will be it. The Figaro will be in front of his biggest audience yet ever. So yeah, watch X Factor guys and vote Grace. Once the show actually fully starts, we all get into our positions. We had a cue that was obviously Dermot introducing the judges and those coming on, and so once we get to that point, I pull the car into the tunnel, get the driver into the car, get Grace onto the back of it. I wait round the corner just on the side of the stage, and then as the judges come out, they pull the car around, and yeah, this is the money shot. This is the bit with the 5 million eyes. This is the bit we're so proud that I've been watching on rerun. Definitely, I'm like a proud parent on the first day of school. So yeah, here you go. Here it is. So just after the camera cuts away there, the bit that you see when you're watching this on ITV, Danny runs back out to the car, releases the seat because they can't actually get Grace out of it because they can't find the handle for the seat. I come down from the other side, jump in the car, and then we need to reverse it back and get back out the tunnel. It's actually quite a tight squeeze to do that without hitting all the pyrotechnic stuff and knocking over the last seat on the end in the audience, and not damage the car all at the same time. But we manage it all okay, so that was great. The car goes back out of the main hall but stays inside the arena, and they put a little fence up in front of it. So after that, we get to watch the show. A lot of people want to take their pictures with the car, so we sort of assist them in doing that. Then we get to make the most of our access all areas passes, so that means that we don't have to, we're not stopped by any of the security, so we can walk right round and up to the front of the stage when the acts are on, and we can wander about in the different areas inside the arena, or go backstage, or into the food rooms or whatever it is that we want to do. So that was really nice to do that. It was a really good insight into what it is to have complete access to one of these events. So that was really nice. We watched through the rest of the show, obviously, which was a good experience too. And then after the show, you have to wait around because they have to do health and safety to allow everybody to be released from the hall. So at this point, we just went and chilled out backstage for a bit. We were lucky enough to bump into Dermot. So Dermot O'Leary is someone that we've built a Figaro for in the past. He bought one for him and his partner, and he brought her down, and they picked the interior, and they bought one of our bespoke cars and chose, you know, really nice features with the leather and the things that they chose. We really enjoyed building that, and we've looked after it in the years afterwards, and it comes back to us to have servicing and other bits of work that they want to be done on the car. So it's nice to see him. He's a real car nut, and it's always nice to talk to people that have got similar interest, and especially when they're customers of the shop and we've built them a car and they're enjoying it. That's always a feather in the cap for the shop. So yeah, that was nice. If you want to read about that article, actually, if you go onto our website and search his name or search X Factor, you'll obviously see things about this experience, but you'll also see the build details from when we built his car, and then other times that it's visited the shop as well. So if you're interested, go and have a look there. So yeah, that sort of summarises everything really. After that, we headed back and had a slightly blurry-eyed Monday by the time we actually made it back to Oxfordshire in the middle of the night. The only thing that I would say is it was a bit of a shame that Grace didn't win the show. It was really nice to meet her, and she was really down to earth, so I think it's a real shame she didn't win. Nevertheless, she's definitely an amazing artist with an amazing voice, and I'm sure she'll go really far. Not to mention the fact that she's an honorary Figaro ambassador now, and she said she loved the car and she'd like one, so you never know. Watch this space. So I hope that answers everybody's questions. That was how our X Factor experience worked. Yeah. Hope you have a great Christmas, guys, and we'll see you soon.